Right now, the Gulf is preparing for a major hurricane. Weather Channel meteorologist Jim Cantori is in New Orleans tonight with how the city is preparing.
A pretty nice night here in New Orleans, but boy, what is looming offshore is not nice at all. Things we're seeing tonight, the entire French Quarter shut down, restaurants, bars here in the city that people come to kind of relieve a little stress. The New Orleans and the Natchez both kind of sitting here on the shoreline in port where they would normally be enjoying a nice little river cruise, especially during the daytime hours. Either way you slice it, this area is going to deal with a hurricane, whether they deal with the right front quadrant or the eye wall or the outskirts of that. There will be big impacts in through here. First of all, rainfall. This is a city that sits 8 feet below sea level. Can we pump 10 to 15 inches of rain out of the city? That's the first question. 96 and 99 pumps are working. The other question is, you have many, many hospitals here around New Orleans, 30 of them. They are full of patients, many with COVID. Should we lose power? Should we need to get them out of a flood situation? That will be a daunting task, to say the least. So these are things we will be watching as this storm potentially grows overnight into a major hurricane. That's the forecast, and that's what's coming ashore in Louisiana sometime on Sunday. The anniversary of Hurricane Katrina 16 years ago to the date. How eerie is that? Reporting from the Riverwalk in New Orleans, I'm meteorologist Jim Cantori.
Weather coverage you can count on with meteorologist Carson and the Wave 31 Storm Tracker Early Warning Radar Network.
Certainly an eerie situation in New Orleans, and here in North Alabama, there's a very likely chance that we will see some impacts from what's left of Ida as we get towards Monday and especially by Tuesday of next week. We're going to dive deeper into our impacts here at home in just a second. Let's show you what's happening tonight, though. Very quiet out there. There's a look at the Wave 31 Skycam network. Temperatures still quite warm after the 10 o'clock hour. 78 in Huntsville, 77 in Decatur, still 83 degrees tonight in Guntersville, and 80 degrees out in the Shoals this evening. No issues across the Wave 31 Storm Tracker Early Warning Radar Network. Our 3 radar sites in the Shoals, Decatur, and Guntersville will keep that quiet picture in the forecast while you're sleeping tonight. Now, going through your Sunday, it's going to be a lot like we saw today. Many spots remain dry, but because it's so warm and muggy out there, I'll keep that small chance for a couple of spotty afternoon thunderstorms, especially west of I-65. Notice those temperatures in the upper 70s by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and our forecast high once again right near 90 degrees. Now let's move back to Hurricane Ida. Again, that latest update from the National Hurricane Center at 10 o'clock. No major changes. It's still a Category 2 hurricane with 105 mile per hour sustained winds, but this will continue to intensify rapidly overnight tonight, and I do expect this to be a major hurricane at the next update at 1 a.m. So what we're going to do now is show you the latest forecast track from the Hurricane Center with future radar as well. There you see it strengthening into a Category 4 hurricane by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. That landfall still a little bit earlier, sometime tomorrow afternoon as opposed to tomorrow evening, causing unfortunately significant problems in southeastern Louisiana and New Orleans as well. Watch it curve back to the north and east. And you heard Jim Cantori just a moment ago talk about the right quadrant, the top right quadrant of a hurricane. That's where you have the potential, once you get further inland, for extremely heavy rainfall and the potential for some spin-up tornadoes too. Watch the center of Ida. Notice how it goes just barely off to our north and northwest, putting us in that right front quadrant. That's the setup for that heavy rain and tornado potential that we're going to have to watch closely here at home starting Monday evening and going through the entire day on Tuesday. So this is 10 o'clock Tuesday morning, very heavy rain in addition to some of those possible spin-up tornadoes, and what's left of Ida finally moves out of here as we get towards Tuesday night. Now, my main concern is still heavy rain and that flash flooding potential too. Look at this rainfall forecast. The closer you are to the center of Ida, the more rain you're going to see. So specifically, we're talking about northwest Alabama tonight. Based on that latest track from the Hurricane Center, you can see upwards of 4 to 5 inches of rain, those orange colors if you're in the Quad Cities, if you're in Cherokee, down near Red Bay as well. The further east you go, the slightly less rain you will see, but it's still significant, including along the I-65 corridor, Athens, Decatur, Huntsville, Fayetteville, Tennessee, Moulton. 3 to 4 inches of rain, and then a little bit less, but still significant in Sand Mountain, those purple colors, Scottsboro, Fort Payne, that's where you can see 2 to 3 inches of rain. Again, our main concern is heavy rain and flash flooding. That is a high risk right now, but with any of these bands that we'll see Monday evening through Tuesday, some of them could produce tropical spin-up tornadoes. That's a medium risk, and even outside of the thunderstorm, the tornado, and heavy rain potential, we could still see some damaging wind gusts upwards of 50, maybe 60 miles per hour. That risk is also medium at this time. So let's use the next couple couple of days to prepare now. Here's your severe weather checklist. Have multiple ways to get those warnings. Download the Wave 31 Storm Tracker weather app. You'll get live radar, watches, and warnings whenever they're issued on Tuesday. Know where to take shelter. Charge your mobile devices Monday night in the event that you lose power on Tuesday. And check back often for more updates both here on air and on WaveTV.com. We'll have the very latest information for you as soon as we get it from the National Hurricane Center. Until then, just a few pop-up storms tomorrow, 90 degrees your forecast high. Monday evening through Tuesday night, that's our main window for concerns with Hurricane Ida. And once Ida moves out, Labor Day weekend looking pretty good. Lots of sunshine, highs in the mid-80s.